Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we'll be reviewing the Ender Creality 3 printer. Okay, I have it set up right here, and in case you're new to the whole 3D printing thing, just think of a normal paper printer, but then add the height variable. Anyways, this doesn't print with ink, it prints with a plastic called filament. Now, there are two main types of filament. There's PLA, which is polylactic acids. Whenever you use it, it creates a hard, rigid structure. But the second type of filament is called ABS. A huge difference is that it's soft and squishy and flexible. Whenever you're using the two different filaments, you have to make sure that you're using the right temperature of the nozzle and the printer bed. Now, another thing I want to get into is that there are three types of Ender 3 printers. There's the Ender 3 Pro, which is what I'm using. It comes with a spatula and an adjustable bed. This is incredibly useful for when you're wanting to take your builds off the plates. Just trust me, it comes in handy. And then there's the V2, which is pretty much the same exact setup, just slightly different. So you have the menu right here. You just press this knob down whenever you want to select anything, and you can twist it to scroll down. Okay, it's pretty simple. So let's go back to the main screen, and then let me show you the three motors. This right here is the X-axis motor, this guy, and it activates this. And that slides that direction, and then back this way. Okay, and then the Y-axis motor is all the way over here, and if you guessed it, it slides the platform this direction. Alright, welcome to part 2 of the Creality Ender 3 printer review. Okay, so before I want to begin, I just want to clarify something. For PLA, the average melting temperature is around 200 degrees Celsius. So just remember that. The printer will automatically go to that setting, so you don't have to do a lot. But just remember, it goes from like 190 to 210. For ABS, it's different, so make sure you look it up before doing anything. Sometimes you will have to change that setting. Like, let's say you want things to be more exact and less sloppy, then you might want to change the printing temperature, lower it, or you might want to increase it to print more quickly and stuff like that. Okay, so back to the main topic. In order to use your 3D printer, you need these three apps. Well, actually, I guess only two of them are apps. Okay, so first is Thingiverse. You should look this up on any website, like Chrome, Google, Firefox, whatever web browser you use. Look this up, and it's just a website where you can search and download many, many models. I mean, whatever you search up, they probably have something. Okay, next is Tinkercad. If you're more advanced in the 3D printing world, you probably don't need this. Now, what is Tinkercad? As you guessed, it's CAD. What does that stand for? Computer Aided Design. What makes Tinkercad so special, it doesn't use any complex math. It's just basic shapes that you can play around and build with. You can hollow things out. You can get pretty crazy with it, to be honest. And then another thing you need is Ultimaker Kira. This, hands down, is the most important thing on this list. It's what's called a splicer. So whenever you go to Thingiverse and get your model that you want, you have to put it into Ultimaker Kira, and it will change it from a .stl file to a .gcode file. This is very important. In Ultimaker Kira, You can make final customizations like changing the density of something or changing how rigid something is, temperature, all that very detailed stuff is in Ultimaker Kira. You have to have it. Bye. Thanks for listening. Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of the Creality Ender 3 printer review. This is the last part. I will be going over some of the things that you can print and just the more complex details of how to, well, I guess print anything or everything. So, to begin with, we have the 3D Benchy boat. This is the universal test. I did it and I scored pretty high, to be honest. On the bottom of the boat, there are some letters. They're hard to read, but they're there. And then at the back of the boat, there are some more letters. And this test just really shows you how well your printer can handle details, circles. It's got different angles. As you can see, my printer struggles with circles from the top. Circles from the side, it does pretty well. I mean, that's almost perfect. It's got good detail. It's just a good, cheap printer. There are Nautilus gears. These are pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, you'll find all of this stuff besides, where is it? This dies on Thingiverse. Go to Thingiverse and you find this, which is a SD carrier, USB character, and micro USB carrier. It's a fancy wavy egg, Bulbasaur, cat. Wait, actually, these two, this cat and this dog, come pre-installed on your Ender Creality 3 printer. I'm pretty sure it also comes with the standard 3D printer, not the Pro version. And then, oh, you probably didn't know this, but your printer can actually do some pretty impressive stuff. Let me set this down. This is a capsule, but it's also a maze. I can't complete it because it needs to get shaved down a little bit, and I'm just too lazy to fix it. But if you were to take the time and sand this down, it would work. It would be very cool. The point is, it can print it. This is another test piece. I was using it to see how well it can print circles. Did pretty well. This is a whistle. It works, but not really. It's kind of bad. This is the custom dice that I made using Tinkercad. Oh, and this is a phone stand. The phone stand is from Thingiverse, but then I put these letters on it. Yeah, this project was a fail. I should have changed the settings a little bit. Okay. Oh, you can also make bigger objects like this vase. This thing took a while to print. Oh, okay, that brings me to another topic. How long does this stuff take to actually print? And the answer may shock you, or it may not. These take about 3 to 5 hours to print. On average. Some take more. I think I've seen some that take 8 hours to print. Okay. So, right, now we know what you can do with this, but what's the final step? So, see this USB? Inside of it, there is a micro USB chip. Let me get a view of that. Right here. This goes inside of that. So you put these back together and then put this in your computer, and it opens a new drive file in your Google Drives or whatever it is on your computer. So you can take your .g code files and put them into this, and then you're going to take this back out of this USB and slide it into the tiny little slot on the front of your 3D printer. And it goes in just like this, not like this, but upside down, like that. and you just slide it in, and then when you turn the printer back on and go down into, actually, you don't have to go into settings, you just scroll down, and it should say print from TF. That's what it should say. And you just open that file, and it shows you all of the .g-code files you have. All of the prints you can do. It lists the name of them. Okay. Thanks for watching. This was the last video of this series. Have a nice day. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment, share this with people you know who are trying to get into the 3D printing world, and peace out. Bye.